Imagine standing in the middle of a quiet park on a warm summer afternoon. The sun is soft, a light breeze is moving through the air, and that smell, that beautiful fresh, green smell of cut grass rises up around you. People love that scent. It has been voted one of the most calming, nostalgic fragrances on Earth. Scientists have even studied why humans find it so deeply satisfying. But here is what those scientists also found: that smell is not peace. That smell is not nature saying hello. That smell is a scream, a calculated, chemical, emergency distress signal that has been evolving for over 60 million years. And right now, in parks, in backyards, on football fields, on roadsides across the world, that scream is happening, constantly, silently. And the most unsettling part, the grass isn't just screaming into the void. It is calling for an army. If what you are about to hear sounds impossible, make sure you subscribe to Nature Unservicals. We are only getting started. And trust me, this is one of those videos you will want to share before it ends. Right now, we are going inside the screaming fields. And what you are about to discover will change the way you look at your own backyard forever. Let us begin with what you think you know. You have probably always assumed that grass is just grass. It sits there. It grows. You mow it. It grows again. Passive, silent, mindless. But that assumption, according to modern plant biology, is completely wrong. Because beneath that calm green surface, there is something happening that no school ever taught you. Something that took scientists decades to even begin to understand. When a lawnmower blade tears through a blade of grass, or when an insect begins to chew through a leaf, something extraordinary is triggered inside the plant within seconds. Not minutes, seconds. The damaged cells immediately begin producing a family of chemical compounds called greenleaf volatiles. Scientists call them GLVs, but forget the technical name. What matters is what they do. These chemicals are released instantly into the air. They travel, they spread, and that fresh, summery, beautiful smell that you have always loved, that is them. That is the chemical signature of a plant in crisis. You have been smelling distress signals your entire life and mistaking them for something peaceful. But this was only the beginning of what scientists discovered, because it turns out, releasing chemicals into the air is not a random accident. The grass is not simply leaking. It is communicating, deliberately, strategically. And what it is saying is far more complex than anyone expected. When the damage begins, the grass plant does two things simultaneously. Fast, it floods its own wounded cells with a hormone called jasmonic acid. Think of this as the plant's internal emergency response system. It rushes to the injury site and begins sealing the wound, building new defensive compounds, making the damaged tissue harder, more bitter, more toxic to whatever is attacking it. The plant is essentially performing battlefield surgery on itself in real time. But the second thing it does, that is where this story gets deeply strange. Scientists weren't prepared for what happened next. While it is repairing itself, the grass is simultaneously sending a message outward. The chemical cloud it releases into the air contains something researchers initially could not explain. Hidden inside that distress signal was a very specific, very targeted chemical invitation. And it was not aimed at other plants. It was not aimed at humans. It was aimed at something else entirely. Something that, when researchers finally understood what was happening, changed the way biologists think about plant intelligence forever. The grass was calling for assassins. Here is the story that will make you stop and stare. At the next patch of grass you see dot in a research setting. Scientists observed a caterpillar feeding on a grass plant. Standard behavior. Completely normal. But what happened next was not normal at all. The moment the caterpillar's saliva made contact with the plant's tissue, something specific was triggered. Not just a general alarm. Not just a random chemical release. The plant appeared to analyze the saliva, to identify the attacker. And then it released a chemical signal so precise, so targeted, that it could only be detected by one specific type of creature, parasitic wasps. These wasps do not eat plants. They are hunters, and the grass had just sent them a GPS location. Within a short period, parasitic wasps arrived at the exact plant under attack. They located the caterpillar, and then they did what parasitic wasps do. They inserted their eggs directly into the body of the caterpillar. The caterpillar would continue feeding for a short time, completely unaware that it had already been neutralized from the inside. The wasp larvae would grow inside it, and the caterpillar's fate was sealed the moment it took its first bite. The grass did not fight the caterpillar directly. It could not. It has no muscles, no claws, no venom of its own. So instead, it hired someone. It recruited a biological weapon. It executed a strategy so sophisticated that it required identifying the enemy, releasing a species-specific chemical signal, and successfully summoning a predator to eliminate the threat. And then scientists discovered something even stranger. What researchers found next was disturbing in the most fascinating way possible. The surrounding grass, the blades that had not been touched, the plant standing quietly just a few inches away from the attacked plant. They were already changing before a single insect reached them, before any damage had been done to them at all. Simply by detecting the chemical signal drifting through the air from their neighbor, they had already begun producing higher levels of defensive toxins inside their own cells. They had made themselves bitter, harder to digest, less appealing, less vulnerable. The grass had a social network, and it was operating in complete silence, completely invisible to every human being who had ever walked across it. Think about what that means for a moment. The next time you sit on a lawn, you are sitting inside an active communication network. Information is moving through the air around you. Chemical messages are traveling between plants beneath your feet and above your head. Warnings are being issued. Defenses are being prepared. And you cannot see any of it. You cannot hear any of it. You can only smell it. And now you know what that smell actually means. But here is the question that scientists are still wrestling with today. If a plant can identify the saliva of a specific predator, release a species-specific chemical signal, successfully recruit a natural predator to neutralize the threat, and simultaneously warn its neighbors who then prepare their own defenses, what exactly are we calling that? Is that just chemistry? Or is that something more? The grass cannot think the way you think. It has no brain, no nervous system, no eyes, but it detects, it identifies, it communicates, it recruits, it protects, it warns. And it has been doing all of this silently for 60 million years, while we walked across it and thought nothing of it at all. So the next time you step outside and breathe in that beautiful summer scent after the lawn has been cut, remember what you now know. You are not smelling peace. You are not smelling nature resting. You are breathing in 60 million years of survival intelligence. You are inhaling the distress signal of an organism that refuses to die without a fight. An organism that has been quietly waging biological warfare in your backyard every single day of your life. And the real question, the one that should keep you thinking long after this video ends, is not whether the grass is screaming. We now know that it is. The real question is, what else is nature saying that we are simply too deaf to hear? Drop your answer in the comments. Do you think what the grass does counts as intelligence? Because I genuinely want to know where you stand on this. And if this changed the way you see something you thought you understood completely, share this video. Because somewhere out there, someone is sitting on a lawn right now, breathing it all in, and they have no idea what is actually happening around them. Nature unsealed. Because the most powerful minds on earth never made a single sound.